Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I want to take these off. I don't think I'm going to be needing these. I'm just a blur on here, but I'm sure you can all see me pretty well. So I'm getting a bit of a glare. It's all right, irritates me. You lose your train of thought. But I did a video late last night. I thought it was getting on a bit. I'm not quite sure what time it was. I overlooked it. Basically, and posted a few things that were articles that I came across, along with videos, audio, video, that explained quite a lot. Well, it explained everything really, as what's been going on, but it hasn't explained it. It did not explain anything to me really that I wasn't aware of anyway, and the sort of thing that I've been talking about for a long time. Now, I mentioned in I think it was an expose article, an video audio that I came across and posted, that I would be putting out a plea, and that is basically what this is about, and I'm going to do my best. I haven't made any notes at all. I have, but sometimes things I just like to speak off the cuff, because I know what I have to say comes from the heart, and hopefully people will see and hear the message, and hopefully understand the message, what the message I'm sending is. So here is the message. We have now hit a crossroads, the end of the line, if you like. It is now the end of the line. I'm going to be talking now about a few things that have happened recently, and how they've managed to do and get away with what they have done. Okay. Well, casting my back to 2020, I'm not going to go into it all with the pandemic, and also the getting out of the and doing what they did. Okay, sure you understand what I'm getting at. Well, when all that was taking place, and lots of people were drinking lots of tea, and lots of people were drinking lots of tea, when they were also taking extra sugar, and it was those unfortunate people that myself and a lot of other people out there, and even people today, are still putting out messages. Many, one in particular I'm going to name him. He won't mind, I know he won't mind. His name is, well, you'll catch him under Bjorn Bull Hansen. Now this guy is nicknamed Bull because he used to be, in his more youthful days, a heavyweight lifter, and he got, I'm not sure, I'm not going to mention it because I'm not so sure. I like to have my facts correct before I say anything, but this guy Bjorn Bull Hansen is a naturist. Well, not a naturist. He likes to get out in the fresh air. He likes to get out into the woods. He appreciates it. He really loves not to be out in the nature, within nature. And he's a bit of a bushcraft buff. And he's been talking a lot about this, what's been going on. This guy's got his own YouTube channel. And you'll get him on board. I'll post a lot of his videos anyway. If you go onto my page, I'm sure you'll find the recent one I posted, which he was speaking about. Now this guy's 52 years of age. 52 years of age. He's an author. He's a novelist. And whatever he does, he speaks of why he does it. Still does it at the age of 52 that he is. He pays heavily in tax. Tax basically cripples him. All he does is pay himself a wages from the revenue that he receives from being a novelist. Now he'll openly admit he lives a very, very modest life. A very, very modest life. I believe the guy has a son. A son who's now around about 17 years of age, and a daughter that he recently helped get onto the property ladder. And he openly admits this is why he still carries on doing what he does. And this is why he still lives a modest life, because everything he does for his children. And this is a guy that's talking about walking away from society. I'm going to be posting this guy's latest video that I believe I posted maybe 48 hours ago, maybe 72 hours ago. But I suggest you go and have a look at this guy. It breaks your heart. It breaks my heart, because this guy, and I'm 14 years older than this guy, Bjorn Bull Hansen. He's from Norway. He lives in Norway. He speaks out about what's happening in Norway and what Norway's come to, and the society that Norway is now. And it's the same. It's the same here. It's the same in Canada. It hasn't got that bad yet here. This is what I don't understand. It hasn't really got bad. I'm not so sure that people really understand what's been going on here in the UK. I'm not so sure that too many people do understand, or if they do understand, they're just, well, maybe they just think that, well, you know, what can I do? What can I do? Well, what can we do? We can start speaking out is what we can do, and letting the government know that we're not having it, basically. Now, I'm not one for condoning violence or going to the streets and start setting fire to cars and burning and shoplifting and shop looting and all the rest of it that goes on when people maybe take to the streets, because what I'm asking for is love and peace and understanding, and this is a plea basically to all you, my fellow countrymen, if you like. I'm speaking to my fellow countrymen now. I'm talking to the British, the English, the Welsh, the Irish, those that have been born within these United Kingdom, Scotland. Sorry, excuse me, Scotland. I miss Scotland now. The Isle of Wight, the Isle of Man, wherever you are, wherever you live on these wonderful, beautiful islands. That we call the United Kingdom. Now, I'm going to say this. A lot of people are probably going to take offence, I don't know. But I'm past caring. People that know me, and I've said in many, many videos that I've done, I don't wear labels. I do not wear labels. But I think it's about time we forgot about Parliament. I think it's about time we all descended on Buckingham Palace, to be honest with you, and protest the King, our new King. We all love our new. I'm not a royalist. I am not royalist. I've never been a, well, I used to be a royalist until I started waking up, and there's no way that I'm a flag waver or anything like that. I won't do it. I refuse to do it. I refuse to bend the knee. I refuse to bend my knee to anybody. But this new bill is now in the hands of the King. This new online bill, where they'll tell you all sorts of BS, they'll tell you all sorts of BS stories, why it's a good thing, how it's good for you, you should be accepting it. And what it's really about, ladies and gentlemen, what it's really about is taking away your freedom of speech. You want proof of that, you need look no further than Russell Brand. Now, I watched the guy do a video, he's on YouTube, I can't think of the guy's name now, but he's talking about what will be coming down the road. Now this new bill has come into law. It's online. Well, basically, it's people speaking out against government. That's what basically it is. People speaking out against government and not complying, and they're a bit of a problem, and they're trying to, you know, like me right now, if you like, what I'm doing here, right now. They're trying to close it all down. And I heard this guy, Rumble, he was talking about Rumble. Now, Russell Brand has recently gone over to Rumble. I think he's done his first live stream today. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to go looking for it once I've completed this. Well, I've got to go out and do a bit of shopping. And he's got to eat. And the man's also got a drink. So, what we need to do, I've just thought about this. I know for a fact it's now going down to the King for royal assent. This bill will now be handed over to the King for royal assent. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Our new King, King Charles, who I don't trust. I do not trust. To be honest with you, all these flag wavers, I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to offend people, and everyone's entitled to their freedom of speech and their freedom of choice. So I'm not going to get into none of that. That's other people's private business. Same as politics or their do's and dislikes. It's down to individual people. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem about is when I'm going to lose this. If I lose this and my ability to speak out, and I will lose it because I will have no choice. I will have to comply. I will have no choice. I'm 66 years of age. I like to think that I've shown you why I do what I do. I don't do it for me. I'm 66 years of age. It's probably, I'll just go along with it and be a good citizen. I'll have a nice credit rating, and I'll be able to get on a bus and a train if I want to go to Scotland or I want to go down to Ireland. I'm probably not going to be able to get out of the country, so any plans I'd have came to America because I never drank the tea. So because I never drank the tea, and that's going to be coming, anyone that didn't drink the tea, you've got an option, you can comply with it, go along with it. If like for example, if I want to go to America and I had plans to go out to Texas, I've still got an option if I want to go to Texas, if I agree and accept and comply to drinking the tea, and if I'm a good boy and show that I'm willing to have it with extra sugar, then I will no doubt get my passport renewed, which at this moment in time I will need to do, because my passport ran out in 2017, I believe. And because of finances, you know, I've been quite happy to go down to Cornwall, and I haven't even had a holiday anyway. The last holiday I had away from here, away from London, away from this vicinity, was back in 2015. May the 1st that was. It was about a little under 2 months after my wife passed away. That was the last time. And I booked up a 3-week holiday in Cornwall. I came back after day 13, I came back as it happens. But I got a good deal on that. I got the 3rd week for nothing anyway, because I go through the same lady, and she's a lovely lady. She's a taxi driver up in the East End of London, and she has a property down in Cornwall. Lovely part of Cornwall. You know, anybody that's looking to have a holiday, there you go. Head down to Cornwall, because they don't necessarily like tourists or love tourists down there. They're very private people, but they're also very friendly and accommodating people, because they know tourism is an essential part of their survival. That's 6 months, and you know, from when the season opens up in Cornwall, I believe it's probably around May the 1st, and it'll go right through to the end of October, even into November. You couldn't even have all of these beautiful place to go at Christmas time. I mean, it's beautiful down there at Christmas time. You know, everybody comes out and have different functions going on. You know, all these little villages are lit up with lights. It's beautiful. 100% recommend it. But anyway, getting back to even doing something as simple as that, you're not going to be able to do. You're not going to be able to do if you're not a good little citizen. And if you're not a good little citizen, they're going to get. I won't be able to do this now. I'm telling you now, I will be gone. I'm gone. Because at my age, it's a feeble exercise. I can see when it's going to be enough, and when you don't see me, when you do not see me doing this anymore, and trust me, I know I'm putting myself in future risk, and I'm too old to be doing that. I'm just going to get on with the rest of my life and enjoy the rest of my life the best I can, to the best of my ability. And if that means conforming and being a good little citizen, then I'm sorry people, I'm going to have to do it. And I don't know what I'm apologising for, because you'll all be doing it as well. You will all be doing the same thing as well, because it'll be a credit scoring system. And if you rely on government benefits, it's going to be a cashless society, and it will be a credit scoring system. When every time you go out there, you've got facial recognition, they know exactly where you're going, they know everything, they know your conversations, what conversation was, what they're talking about. It's all monitored. You've got 15-minute cities coming, whereby, well, you won't need to jump in your car, because everything will be supplied for you, right on your doorstep. We've already got people. That's one of the reasons streets are so quiet. We've already got people ordering their food online. They're buying their clothes online, probably buying their drugs online as well. Who knows? Okay, so I'll end on this. As I said, I think the only way around this is to now forget about the morons of Parliament. It's now time to protest the King. Peaceful protest. March, do whatever you've got to do, but we all need to unite. Put our differences aside. The times for arguing amongst ourselves about this or about that is over. Okay, and this is what I'm saying now. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Whether you drank the tea or whether you didn't drink the tea, or whether you took it with extra sugar or you didn't take it with extra sugar, it doesn't matter. Whether you did or whether you didn't. It's too late for that. Right, so why are we bothering getting into debate or disputes and arguing amongst each other and still calling each other names or whatever we're doing? It needs to stop. It needs to stop right now. Right, there's more important issues that we should be more concerned with immediately. All that can be debated further down the road. What needs to be sorted right here and right now is this new law that was written down and made by Caroline Dinenage, the Tory MP up in the House of Parliament, the one that wrote letters to GB News, YouTube, Rumble, twice, 2 letters to GB News, one about Richard Brand and another one asking questions about Paul Woolley, I believe his name is, who was in trouble a couple of months ago. He's still in his job, he's still carrying on, he's still doing his job. He's okay, whatever it was, I don't know what it was, I didn't pay too much interest at the time. I do now though, I did now, I checked it out the other day. She was the one that wrote this, and she was the one that got this bill passed through the House of Parliament, right? Now she's the one because of that law, she forced through, she was able to do what she did to Russell Brand and close him down. That's an example of what this bill means. It's taking away freedom of speech. Now the only way to get out of this is going to the royal assent. Royal assent means the King Charles, our new king, will look over it, have a look at it, they'll be in his ear roll. Is he making the correct decision? I've seen him make his speeches. He was in Paris the other day talking to the French Parliament over there. He's already come out and talking about the new world and moving into a new world, because they're all in it together. They're looking after themselves. King Charles is looking after himself, you know, even to the detriment of those around him. He'd not give them the Spanish Archer just as quick as he'll give you the Spanish Archer, because he wants to retain his seat on the throne. Right? Now, because he wants to retain his seat on the throne, we go up there and we tell them we don't want this, sir. We do not want this. And if I've got to bend my knee to the king, I will do. If I thought that this it would put a stop to what's happening. Honestly, because once we lose this, ladies and gentlemen, it's over. It is gone. Honestly, it is gone, and I will be gone, because I will know then that the fight is feeble. It's over. It's over. And some of the people I will thank will be those that sit at home with a wooden box over their head, paying no attention whatsoever to what's going on or the realities of the world, because they're quite happy struggling on the money that they receive from the government, and it's never going to be enough. It's never ever going to be enough. Because once, well, all I'm saying is it's just going to get worse. You ain't going to be you're not even going to be allowed to have an allotment where you can grow a few potatoes and a bit of veg. You're not even going to be able to have that. and they're going to be force feeding you bugs. They're already growing new fruit plants, they reckon, out of laboratories, in laboratories. What's wrong with nature and the proper fruit that we eat today? Just stop fucking, excuse me, just stop using all that pesticide rubbish and other things and chemicals that you put in it that causes cancer. How about that? Pharmaceutical companies making billions and billions and billions. They made billions, they made a fortune, an absolute fortune during that pandemic. And all that tea and extra sugar they were handing out. An absolute fortune. And now they're running around the world money laundering. I'll say it. Don't trust that geezer. Don't trust that Russian. Not the Russian. The Ukrainian. Don't trust that guy. He's running around with a begging bowl and they're giving him money, and all they're doing is money laundering. That's all they do. That's what they do. People supplying weapons, tanks, and he's supplying all those. Well, industrial war machine, isn't it? You know, there's a war going on. They need weapons, they need tanks, they need airplanes, they need MiG fighters and all that. Who supplies all that? And how much does that cost to buy? So war is good. War is excellent. War is brilliant. Let's have some more. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've gone on long enough. I've got to go shopping. I've got to get myself some food. So I think that'll probably be it for today. I don't think I've got anything else more to add. To be honest with you, that I haven't already said. So I'll leave you with this one last, like I've already said, I'll reiterate. It's time for people to come together. Put differences aside and get together with like-minded people. You know, start subscribing to people's YouTube channels and start subscribing to their Facebook channels or Twitter or whatever it is you're on, Rumble. You know, and keep your eye on people that got their eye on the ball and know exactly what's going on. And you know, you need to work on maybe a bit of meditation, and work on your own vibrational energy. Word of advice, ladies and gentlemen, maybe it's about time that you started going and buying, if you can still get hold of them, David Icke book. And maybe even subscribing to his YouTube video channel. You know, and start listening and paying attention to what people like David Icke are saying. I'll give you another one. David Icke, Michael Tsarian. That's Michael, that's a Tsarian. Michael Tsarian. He's an Irish fella. I believe he now lives in California. I don't know, don't quote me. I haven't even checked him out. This is a guy I was watching 7-8 years ago. I'll give you a few others as well. Santos Bonacci, Santos, Bonacci, Santos Bonacci. He's one I posted a video the other day. Probably, the first video I ever see of his I posted today. And I think I must have come across this guy about 10 years ago. Lawful and legal, you know, the fiction, the legal fiction. It talks about that sort of thing, the birth certificate, which is very important. If you don't understand that, you need to have a look at that, the birth certificate. That's where it all starts, that's where we're all first enslaved. by our parents, but they wasn't aware, they didn't know. But they're still not aware of what they're doing today when they register their children at birth, because then you're basically handing over your children to the state. Once you register your child at birth, that then allows the state to come along and take your child away any time they want, because you're basically making your child a ward of court. So don't be under any illusion that, you know, keep your hands off, nothing to do with you. Don't tell them what it is. You handed over ownership of your child to the government when you registered your child at birth. I put out a video, I believe, last night or yesterday evening sometime, entitled The Birth Certificate. I posted it on Facebook. If you go to my page, you'll find it. You'll find it there. I suggest you'll go and take a look at it. It explains it a hell of a lot. It may give you a better understanding. I hope it does. Because when I certainly see it, it gave me a better understanding of what's going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave you all that, because I can probably go on and on, but I've got other things I've got to get on and do. So, God bless you all. Stay safe. Come together, people. It's time to unite. It's the only way we're going to get this, to bring this to a halt. But I've got to be honest. I've got to be honest and say this. I think it's over. I think it's over, because I can't see it happening. I cannot see what I'm asking happening. So if I can't see it happening, then it's over. It's over. It's finished. It's finished. Might be just as well. I'm getting tired anyway. I'm getting very, very tired. I can just lay back, accept my future, what there is of it anyway, and just make the best of it. Okay then. God bless you all. God bless America, Australia, New Zealand, Canada. God bless France. God bless Germany, the people of Germany. God bless the Scandinavian people of Denmark, Sweden and Norway. God bless people of the United Kingdom, Ireland, Scotland, Wales and England. It's time for action, people. Can't be sitting around any longer. It's time for action, as simple as that. God bless you all. Love you all. Stay free, stay safe. Ta-ra.